Namaste everyone. I welcome each one of you to Udaya's classroom. In today's class, we are going to be talking about organizing. Following to the primary function of the management planning, this is the secondary function of the management, that is organizing. Come, let's get started with the class. Let's see the meaning of the organizing. First of all, what do you mean by organizing? Organizing means organizing the things properly, right? It could be a physical resources or human resources. So in order to achieve something, we will be organizing everything. We will be having some predetermined objective, right? So if we wanted to attain or achieve our objective or aim, first of all, we need to get into the action, that is called organizing. Alright, now let's see the meaning here. Organizing can be defined as a process, its steps or series, whatever it is. It initiates implementation of plans. So we will be having some predetermined plans and we will be having an aim to attain our plan. So we have to achieve our goal, right? So in order to achieve the goal, first we will be planning. So planning alone is not enough. After planning, we have to go with the organizing. That is what we have to implement the plan. So we have to get into the action. So how we have to get into the action? By clarifying jobs. So what are all the jobs involved in that plan and how to carry out the jobs, and working relationships. So what are all the works involved and who are all the people going to involve in that particular job. So working relationship should be done properly and effectively deploying resources. So the resources to be allocated for the particular job. It could be human resources or physical resources, whatever it is. Why we are supposed to deploy the resources into the action? In order to attain the predetermined and identified goal, that is desired goal or desired results or desired objective, whatever it could be. So if we wanted to attain our goal, we have to plan first. After planning, we have to deploy all the resources into job. So that is the reason why we have to organize the things properly. So therefore, it is a process which coordinates human efforts and assembles resources and integrates both into a unified whole to be utilized for achieving specified objective. So if we wanted to attain the specific objective, we will be planning. So after planning, we will be clarifying all those jobs and we will be deploying the resources into the action, all the physical and human resources. Okay, let me tell you a small example here. Alright, as a student, we are nearing board exams, right? So you people will be having an plan like a goal like I am going to attain 90% and above in my board exams, right? So this would be your aim. So for attaining this aim, you will be planning something like daily I am going to spend 5 hours. Each 1 hour I am going to spend for one subject. So this is your plan. So the plan is ready. If you stop with that plan, will you be able to attain your goal 90%? No, not at all. It's not possible, right? So next what you have to do, you have to get into the action. Next, organizing only we will be doing. How we will be doing organizing? We will be getting the resources like textbooks and reference materials and old reference question papers. Everything we will be getting. So the physical resources, we can call all these things are physical resources. So keeping the physical resources, is it possible to attain 90% results? No, we will be approaching the subject teachers. So the subject teachers will be guiding you how to go about the particular subject and how to prepare for the particular subject. So human teachers are called as human resources. So the physical resources and the human resources will be unified together and they will be guiding you how you are supposed to spend your valuable time towards a particular subject and everything they will be doing, right? So without the coordination of all these physical and the human resources, you cannot attain the goal of 90% in your answer, right? So without knowing that you are doing organizing, you will be doing all these things. So what you are doing is nothing but organizing only. I think you would have got clear understanding about the organizing. Having understood about the meaning of the organizing, let's see the definition of the organizing now. Alright, let's see what this organizing exactly leads to. That is where it is leading. If we do organizing, what will happen and where it is going to lead us, right? So the first thing is creation of organizational structure with suitable personnel, which means because of this organizing, we will be creating a group like organizational structure, in which structure we are going to do that particular plan, right? Actually, organization, what it will be doing means it will be transfer. Organization will transfer the plans into action. That is what exactly the organization will do. So for that, it will do the creation of organizational structure. So proper structure we will be getting because of the organizing and with the suitable personnel. So to carry out the particular plan, we have to involve only suitable personnel. So all the persons cannot be involved to carry out the plan. Only some people will be suitable to carry out the particular plan. So after sketching the organizational structure with a suitable personnel, we will be carrying out the plan in a proper way. So that is what it leads to. So the second thing is designing specific roles to eliminate ambiguity. If we organize properly, we will be getting proper design of specific roles of each and every person who have involved to carry out the particular plan. Right, A, B, C has involved to carry out the plan means A, B and C will have a clarity like A what's supposed to do and B what's supposed to do and C what's supposed to do. So we will be designing a specific role for all these three, A, B and C. It will be eliminating, which will be eliminating, organizing will be eliminating the ambiguity. Ambiguity means the things which has got more than one meaning. Say for example, in the classroom, teacher would have given some assignment. Next day, if you are not completing the assignment, we will be saying like, ma'am, I thought you have told to submit day after tomorrow. I thought like that. Most of us will be using, I thought you said like that, right? So it gives different meaning, like more than one meaning. That is called ambiguity, right? So these A, B, C will not have more than one meaning. So they will be having a clarity in their role. So designing the specific role for all the personnel, organizing will be eliminating the ambiguity. It will not have more than the meaning, more than the one meaning. Alright, and the next thing, organizing will leads to defining interrelationship among personnel for productive cooperation. As I told you, A, B, C will be having interrelationship, right? So without interrelationship, they cannot engage in the planning, they cannot engaging in the action. So when they do activities, they will be having interrelationship. It will be, the organizing will be defining the interrelationship and what is the relationship between the A and B and what is the relationship between B and C. So it will be defining the interrelationship among personnel. So for productive cooperation, so the cooperation also will be very good. So if planning has been done, if the organizing has not been done properly and the relationship among the persons has not explained properly and their roles has not been explained properly means they will be having more ambiguity and they will not be having any proper cooperation and it will lead into chaos. So all these things will happen only if we do proper organizing. And organizing will also lead to clarifying authority and responsibility for results and logical grouping of activities. So authority, like whether A is superior than B or B is superior than C, all this authority will be clarified in these organizing, and their responsibility, what they are supposed to do, roles and responsibilities will be explained and it will be structured and it will be designed carefully and it will be informed to the person also. So it will be resulting into logical, very rational grouping of activities will be taking place. So all these things will take place if we organize properly. So organizing leads to all these things. Now let's see the definition of organizing. To organize a business is to provide it with everything useful to its functioning. So organizing means what? To carry out the plan, we need to do something. We have to organize and then only we can engage in the function, right? So for functioning of the things, we need raw materials, machines and tools, capital and personnel, right? So raw materials and machines, tools, everything is physical resources, right? So everything are physical resources. Personnel may be human resources. So as I told you, the physical resources and the human resources should be organized properly in order to engage in the activity or function, right? So this is the definition of Henry Fayol. So Henry Fayol has defined organizing as business is to provide it with everything useful to its functioning. So all the resources. Alright. Having understood about the meaning of organizing and organizing leads to and definition of organizing, we will end up this session today. I will meet you in the next class with a new lesson. Till then, it's bye.